Yo, what is good out there, everyone? It's ROLLEEZY here, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going over some pretty important topics. Overall, this is the video about the daily sell limit. I've had a few requests to actually make this recently, and more than a few. A lot of people been, really wondering, and I definitely tried to get some info right away when the DLC first came out, the nightclub DLC. And yeah, we're finally getting information now. Just so you guys know, there is some brand new information that just came out last night about, some of the new changes to the daily sell limit and dupe detect, really, for the most part, okay? Dupe detect really had the biggest change when this new DLC came out. But yeah, first of all, I just want to say, before we get into the daily sell limit video, thank you so much. We have hit 40,000 subscribers on the channel. It's crazy to even say it. I'm so proud, man. I love what's been going on recently with the channel and just overall in general. Thank you to everybody who's been a part of this. All my subscribers and my crew, all my closest friends, everybody, man. You guys definitely help me, keep growing this channel and keep my hopes up and spirits up and, keep doing what I love, really. That's what YouTube's about. I love making videos, so you guys really let me, make that dream happen. So apart from that, we are gonna just go ahead and get into this daily sell limit video finally, but I just wanted to kind of go over a few things before that. Like I said before, this is highly requested. A bunch of people have been asking me for this. Very important info for anybody who dupes cars or has used a frozen money glitch. All right, the past couple frozen money glitches I'd say are affected, maybe even before that if you still have vehicles from there. But yeah, new info just came out last night. Big shout out to NicGore and his whole crew and everybody who, helps him out and stuff. People who sacrifice accounts to actually get us this info. So big shout out to you guys, okay? Now, the video is going to be split up a little bit. We're going to first kind of go into the daily sell limit rules, what you need to know, what not to do, how to sell cars, how I sell cars, and then dupe detect, probably the exploit levels, and all the new info, okay, will be in that last section. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and actually get into this first part right here, which is the daily sell limit itself and the rules that you want to follow, things you don't want to do as well, things that could potentially be really, really bad. So some of the most important things to remember is just the amount of cars to sell in what time. So 2 cars every 2 hours is safe. Now, the way you look at that is, say you do not remember, because right now I'm throwing a bunch of times at you. 2 cars in 2 hours is safe, 8 cars in 30 hours is safe. And you're gonna say, well, when does that 30-hour period begin? When does it end? How does that work? So if you're not sure if you're still in your 30-hour time frame of selling cars, you need to just stop selling for a day or two. So 24 to 48 hours, just stop selling cars. Once you've done that, you know that your time hasn't begun yet. So you can go ahead and sell a car and keep that time, because that time that you sold your first car, that's when the 30-hour period began. So from that first sale of that first car plus 30 hours, that is your time frame to only sell 8 cars max. That's how that works. Okay, so a little, some little tips about this. So we recommend 8 cars max. If you've ever hit a daily sell limit, and you've hit a daily sell limit, because when you go into Los Santos Customs, you'll go to sell a car and it'll say you've hit your daily sell limit. It literally gives you a message and it doesn't let you sell the car. If you've ever gotten that, we don't recommend 8 cars. We recommend 7 max for you, because it's very easy to hit your sell limit again by selling the max amount every single day. So we only recommend 7 cars max if you must be doing it that way. But 2 cars in 2 hours is safe. You can even sell 2 back-to-back for the most part. That's what I usually do. All right, just sell 2 back-to-back, and then you're good to go for 2 hours. Do not sell any more for 2 hours, and then you can do the same thing. I only sell 2 cars max a day, maybe 4 if I want to sell 2 more at the end of the day, but I'm usually a 2 car, a day kind of person, all right? I don't like to do any more than that. But if you want to oversell, you're going to be overselling at your own risk, so I don't really recommend doing that, but like I said, that is all up to you. Now, we're gonna start kind of talking about how to sell and how I sell. I just basically told you how I would sell 2 cars, in 2 hours, and that's a pretty good way to kind of limit yourself. Guys, you don't need to sell more than that. Each dupe, each LG Retro is what? Almost $1 million. That's $1 million you just made in a few seconds, all right? That is way more than you can make in the game at all. And when you were talking about Deluxos for frozen money, same deal, except even more of a bigger deal. You're getting over $5 million, all right? So it's way different, all right? Like, you do not need to sell 7 or 8 cars a day. You can make plenty of money selling 1 or 2 a day and be completely safe. And right now, we kind of highly recommend selling only 1 or 2 a day because things have changed, okay? And we're gonna go over the changes right now. I'm actually gonna put them up on the screen for you. So check this out. This is by NicGore. This was updated yesterday, all right, August 10th, 2018. So what they have done, here we go. We're gonna read it together. They fixed the bug in the code that would falsely dupe detect people. Dupe detect is now working as designed. For any of you that have been losing plates randomly, this is why. It was random people being dupe detected for, falsely for no reason. That has been fixed. So dupe detect is working as it should at the moment, all right? Now, custom plates versus generic plates, it's personal preference. That is the thing. It depends on what you're selling, how you got the dupe. If you got your dupe by doing a merge glitch, you're getting random generic plates. Go ahead and use those. But if you're doing a custom plates dupe glitch, then obviously you need custom plates. So we have had a few changes, and right here it's actually going to go, we're going to go into detail. So here we go. Each sale stores a vehicle model and plate text. Okay, so now these things are being tracked. That's what that means. Each sale stores the vehicle model itself, so what kind of car you're selling, as well as the plate that was on it when you sold it, okay? The last 7 sales are accessed when selling, so the game remembers back 7 sales once you've sold that car to kind of mix and match to see if you had the same model and the same plate. So it is detecting that now. A successful sale that matches both the vehicle model, plate text will trigger dupe detection. That's what I just said. If the game looks back at your last 7 sales and sees that you just sold a car, say it was a retro, all the same upgrades and all the same, custom plate, then the game detects it, okay? And it actually is considered a dupe detect. Now, here's what they're doing now. This is very interesting. Dupe detection will block you from selling another vehicle for 30 hours and remove the option to change the license plate to a custom plate. So it'll let you sell later on. It just blocks you from selling for 30 hours, and then it removes your license plate options. I don't know if it's your license plate option for just that car, or if it does that just overall. I believe it would do that for overall if it's dupe detection, but it still does allow you to sell after 30 hours, okay? Although you can sell again after 30 hours, the previously stored information will remain. So the game will still remember the last car that you just sold. You better not sell another car or things can get even worse. That's how you get an exploit level and you get into the 1 or 2 car a day club. You do not want to be only forced to sell 1 or 2 cars a day. That is not the way to do it. So apart from that, we're going to keep going. Have a variety of custom plates and pay attention to their location. So if you must sell your dupes or if you must sell your dupes with plates, like with a custom plate, because that's what the glitch entailed for you to have custom plates, you better be rotating those. So make sure you have 8 custom plates that you can successfully rotate, and pay attention to when you're selling those dupes and what plates are on them. Also, modifications. We recommend changing a few modifications on there. You don't have to change much. All right, he actually does say that here in these notes right here, but generic plates that have different text are safe for the most part, but could still hit dupe detection depending on how they were created. Okay, so if you guys don't understand that, basically, as he's saying, generic plates that have different text are safe. That's because they're randomly generated. So for the most part, I don't know how the generating system works, but they're all random, so they should be all different, which would help you be safe. But they could still hit dupe detection depending on how they were created. So there is a chance that a randomly generated plate could have a duplicate, all right? And if that's the case, then that is a dupe detect. That's how you get dupe detected. 2 generic plates that are the same, okay? That's how the game detects you. Now, it's not necessary, but I always recommend making each dupe unique by 1 or 2 changes to the vehicle. Example, paint, color, and spoiler. That's what I was telling you. Mix up vehicle modifications. You're still making a crap load of money on each one of these dupes. Just spend a little bit, changing up some of the modifications. You want to confuse the system, okay? You don't want to get detected. It's, right now this is the information we have, so just change up the modifications and the plate if needed. If you have custom plates, make sure you rotate your custom plates. Do not sell the same custom plate, I'd say, within a day or two of each other, all right? I'd definitely say to space it out. Now, selling 3 vehicles in any 2-hour period will be recorded as a threshold cross. After 8 threshold crosses, your exploit level will be raised. So this is what I was talking about. The threshold is 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. If you sell 3 or more vehicles, you'll hit that. So if you do it multiple times, that's when you start getting your exploit level up and up and up, and eventually they take away your plates for a while. And you do not want to get your plates taken away, okay? And one of the very important things that is going on now are frozen money cars, okay? Frozen money purchases seem to be tracked, okay? So here's what Nick said. He said, I found code that indicates these vehicles are being marked at the time of being, are being purchased. Okay, so right when you're buying these cars, it's like, boom, Rockstar knows you just bought these cars, and they have basically a tracker on them so that they know that you have these cars, and they're looking to see what you're going to do with them. Obviously sell them. If you can get a variety of custom plates on them, it might help, but the detection will only get more stringent as each update is released. So basically meaning, the more updates we get, they're going to be cracking down on this frozen money stuff, okay? They do not like frozen money. They are tracking our purchases now. I haven't sold another Deluxo since I've learned all this new information because I'm waiting for more to come out. Now, current limitations, 1 per 30 hours, sell more at your own risk. Releasing this info would only help account sellers and force action on illegitimate vehicle sales. Those are for people making accounts and stuff, so it is different for them as well, because now selling these cars is much harder, so it's going to be different making these accounts, okay? For those, for those in the business. But he's recommending only sell 1 of these per 30 hours, and I kind of agree with him. Maybe even less, maybe 1 every 2 days. They're over 5 million, so you don't need to oversell these things. So anybody with frozen money cars, I definitely recommend sell very, very little. 1 per 30 hours, maybe 1 per 60 hours. Oversell at your own risk, but that is all the new info we have, all right? So I hope that you guys paid attention and listened, because everything in this video is very important. I covered a lot of the beginner stuff in the beginning, and then the second half of the video is mostly for all the newer guys, all right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something. That's going to be it for me. Big shout out to NicGore and all his crew. My name is ROLLEEZY. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new by hitting that big red button. Turn on post notifications and drop a fat like on this video and the rest of my videos for the freshest and the most informative dope GTA 5 online content. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Peace out.